I just canceled my Disney Plus and Hulu subscriptions. And they asked me why. I hit other, and I wrote, because I believe in the First Amendment, reinstate Jimmy Kimmel. Now, my whole family is really gonna miss Abbott Elementary. We are really gonna miss Only Murders in the Building. But you know what? We would miss the First Amendment a whole lot more. Don't go to the theme parks. Don't go on the cruises. Cancel your subscriptions. Now.
I was out there bragging like, yep, cancel Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN, ABC. We're boycotting. Left it on a voicemail. Thought I was leading the charge. Then I get a call back. Oh yeah, we canceled too. I'm like, see, the movement's growing. And then they hit me with, I actually work for Disney now, so can't boycott my paycheck. Instant awkward silence. Didn't know their new show was literally Disney. Me just standing there like, okay. Who else hit cancel?
So, like many other patriots out there, I have been fulfilling my civic duty today. I canceled my Disney Plus bundle because we don't give money to companies that comply in advance with fascism, okay?
Major news as the boycott against Disney continues to grow hour by hour, with people canceling their subscriptions to Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. And now, Disney Plus star Tatiana Maslany, who starred in She-Hulk, has posted on her Instagram story telling people to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions. Guys, that's huge. She is upset about Jimmy Kimmel being canceled and what Disney did, capitulating to the Trump administration. And even Damon Lindelof, who's producing a series right now called Lanterns for Warner Brothers, has said he will never work for Disney again in his good conscience as long as they have canceled Jimmy Kimmel Live. He wants them to bring the show back. He was one of the producers on the series Lost. And now we're seeing more and more fallout as cancellations continue hour by hour. What was Disney thinking when they made this decision?
You want to be part of the resistance? You want to fight back? We, the motherfucking people, have the power to do so. Ladies and gentlemen, our First Amendment rights are being infringed upon. Look at Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel. If you want to do something, then we, the people, have to put our money where our mouth is, and we have to do something about it. You need to go and cancel anything that is owned by Walt Disney. ESPN, Fox, ABC, Lucasfilm, Hulu, Marvel, Pixar. Unsubscribe and don't give them any more of your money. Hit them where it hurts. Disney Plus and Hulu, bye-bye. The same way that we can come together to go after Target and Paramount Plus, we can do it with this. And let the FCC and this fucking regime know that we, the people, have the power. When you have a fascist regime coming after your First Amendment rights, you have to remember that we, the people, there are 340 million people in the United States alone. There are more of us than them. And granted, we may not be billionaires, but we are the consumers. You guys know what to do. And it has to be done now.
I was talking with my daughter this morning, and I said, we're going to have to cancel our Disney and Hulu subscriptions. Because you can't talk about it and not be about it. So, cancel Disney. No more money from me. Sorry. Fuck y'all. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that drives these forces of capitalism to do better. You have to take their money from them. And it shouldn't even matter what side you're on. It shouldn't matter if you liked Jimmy Kimmel or watched him or not. This is a blatant violation of our free speech. And it doesn't end here. This is where it begins. And if we don't act now, you guys aren't going to like the country that you're looking at 3 years from now. I promise you that. You think every authoritarian country started out and just boom, everything done? All your rights taken at once? No, it's a slippery slope. And it starts with things like this. And let me just show you this. This was the president's remarks on free speech. When you have a network and you have evening shows and all they do is hit Trump, that's all they do. if you go back, I guess they haven't had a conservative one in years or something. When you go back and take a look, all they do is hit Trump. They're licensed. They're not allowed to do that. What? Since when? So he thinks if they're licensed, they're not allowed to hit Trump. Fuck Disney, fuck Hulu, fuck ABC.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report, where we get an outsider's view with an insider's clarity. Disney has officially walked into a storm, and this time the backlash isn't coming from conservatives but from white liberals who were once some of the company's strongest supporters after ABC, which is owned by Disney, suspended Jimmy Kimmel following his controversial comment about Charlie. Many white Americans see this as an attack on freedom of speech, and now the boycott is spreading louder and faster than Disney ever expected. Before we proceed, all credit goes to the creators of these videos. Let me roll a few more clips and I'll be back with more commentary.
I am a single mom, and my kid and I absolutely love Disney. I am a lifelong Star Wars absolute super nerd fan. And I just canceled my Disney, Hulu, ABC, all of the things, because part of being a good parent is showing my child, like living by example of standing against authoritarian censorship, which is what happened when Jimmy Kimmel's show was taken off the air by ABC. And another part of being a good parent is teaching my child the skills to move through things that feel uncomfortable when it's the right thing to do. Are we going to lose the shows and the movies that we love temporarily? Yes, we are. Is that uncomfortable? Absolutely. Can we handle it? 1000%. And if the most uncomfortable thing that I have to do in my life right now is not be able to watch Star Wars whenever I want to, or tell my kid that we have to not watch Zombies 4, my kid's absolute favorite movie right now, that's something that I am willing to deal with as a parent, responsibly and kindly and ethically, and hold space for my kids' feelings about that and hold space for my own feelings about that. But if that's the most uncomfortable thing that I have to do, then I am so privileged, and I know how privileged I am. But also, like, I grew up watching Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and being a part of all of those multiverses that are fundamentally teachers for how to move through really hard times with centering and compassion and grit and gratitude and connection and community, and making tough choices to sacrifice things when it's the right thing to do. I will never not choose to be on the side of the resistance, to be rebel scum, you know? And I absolutely cannot and will not spend my money towards dictatorship when I have the choice, right? And there's so little that we as civilians can do truly at the larger scale when it comes to this authoritarian takeover that the United States is experiencing in very real time right now. But what I can do is withdraw my support of those channels. Like, I love Disney. Last year, our big family vacation was to Disney World. Our very favorite part of the trip was Galaxy's Edge. Star Wars is, like I said, something that's so deeply ingrained in my soul that the only way I can proceed in alignment with my integrity right now is to cancel those channels and to pull my support out and to not support Disney again until it's also withdrawn its complacence with authoritarianism. Remaining in my integrity matters so much more than my ability to turn on Disney at any time. And I'm so proud to be able to
For
teach
decades,
my child
Disney
that,
built its
even though it's
reputation as
uncomfortable.
the family-friendly
Has anyone else
giant,
tried to
but in
cancel
recent
their
years, it has
Hulu
leaned
and Disney
heavily
Plus
into culture
subscription?
wars.
I have
Traditionally,
gone on
most of the
our app,
outright
I've gone
Disney
on
face
web
came from
browser
the
through
political
phone.
right, but this
I have
time,
gone
it's
on
different.
my
The people
computer
raising their
through that web
voices
browser.
are liberals,
I
people who usually
cannot
stand by Disney,
cancel it.
who subscribe
I've
to
tried
Disney Plus,
multiple
who take their
times,
families to Disney
every
parks,
different way,
who
and
buy
it's
their
not letting me
merchandise
cancel.
without
Anyone else
question.
having that
These
problem?
same people are now calling out Disney for betraying the same values they thought the company stood for. The controversy around Kimmel hit a nerve. Late-night shows have always thrived on political commentary, jokes, and sometimes harsh criticism of public figures. Kimmel's remarks about Charlie was no different. It was in line with what late-night TV has always been: edgy, sharp, and sometimes controversial. But when Disney stepped in and suspended him, it crossed a line for many of its loyal viewers. To them, it wasn't just about Kimmel anymore. It was about free expression being stifled under corporate pressure. White liberals, who have long championed the First Amendment as the backbone of American democracy, are now calling out Disney for for hypocrisy. They argue that if a corporation as big as Disney can silence one of its top voices over a joke, then the future of free speech in mainstream media is in jeopardy. They're taking action. Subscriptions are being cancelled, and the calls to boycott Disney are echoing across social media platforms. Disney's move is being seen as a dangerous precedent. If a late-night host can't speak freely without corporate punishment, then what does that mean for journalists, comedians, or even average citizens who want to voice their opinions online? White Americans are asking a bigger question. Is freedom of speech becoming a privilege granted by corporations instead of a right protected in practice? The boycott isn't just emotional, it's also financial. Disney is already facing struggles in streaming competition, declining park attendance, and weaker box office numbers. Now, losing the support of liberals, who are among the biggest spenders on family entertainment, could deliver a serious blow. A family cancelling Disney Plus isn't just one lost subscription. It often means an entire household pulling back from the Disney ecosystem, from merchandise to theme park trips. The ripple effect adds up quickly. But beyond money, this backlash exposes a major identity crisis for Disney. For years, the company has tried to present itself as a cultural leader, shaping narratives on diversity, inclusivity, and social responsibility. Yet by silencing Kimmel, it has put itself in direct conflict with the very values its liberal audience expected it to uphold. Instead of being a champion of open dialogue, Disney is now being seen as a censor, policing what can and cannot be said under its brand. The frustration runs deep because white Americans feel this was unnecessary. Liberals are asking why Disney would prioritize avoiding controversy over defending free expression, especially when the comment in question was directed at a political figure. For many, this moment is a wake-up call. It's a reminder that corporations, no matter how progressive they brand themselves, are still motivated by self-interest. Disney has shown that when push comes to shove, it will silence even its own stars if it thinks it protects the bottom line. That realization has shattered trust, and rebuilding it won't be easy. This boycott is becoming less about a single controversy and more about corporate overreach, censorship, and the future of free speech in America. The big question now is, how long will this last? Will Disney try to walk back the suspension and smooth things over with Kimmel's supporters? Or will it double down, hoping the outrage fades with time? Either way, the damage has already been done. White Americans who once defended Disney are now skeptical, and that skepticism could reshape how they engage with the brand in the years to come. This moment matters because it shows that free speech is not a partisan issue anymore. Conservatives have long accused corporations of silencing them, but now liberals are feeling the sting too. At the end of the day, this boycott isn't just about Jimmy Kimmel or Charlie Kirk. It's about a bigger principle, whether corporations like Disney should have the power to decide which voices get to be heard. White liberals on the forefront of this backlash are making it clear that they won't sit quietly while one of America's biggest companies undermines the spirit of the First Amendment.
Do you see this? Do you see? Not the lady canceling her $150,000 wedding at Disney. She was not playing. She said, "Take my money back. Thank you. Don't be trying to silence me, honey." I'm like, ooh.
So what do you all think? Will Disney listen to its audience and rethink its approach to free expression? Or will it continue down a path that risks alienating the very people who built its empire? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video specifically tailored for you. And if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me grow my channel and helps YouTube recommend this video to a wider audience. But for now, thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, the Joy Report out.